Most experts now believe, Senator, that spending, that bill did spark the skyrocketing inflation. So why should Americans believe you now when you say that this new bill will not exacerbate inflation?
I made sure I don't make that mistake again. That's the bottom line. This is a piece of legislation that's an investment.
Well, that's West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, of course, defending a surprise decision on the Democrats' spending bill, once known as Build Back Better, that he scuttled a few weeks ago. Well, now Manchin is backing the $433 billion legislation known as the Inflation Reduction Act. Just weeks ago, he said that too much government spending has sent inflation surging to levels that we have not seen in 40 years. But he says the new bill is exactly what our country needs. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, Republican from upstate New York, who serves on the House Small Business and Foreign Affairs Committee, joins us now. So, Congresswoman, do you think the Inflation Reduction Act will reduce inflation?
Well, good afternoon, Eric. I'm here at the Clayton Gun Show up in Jefferson County, and the activity here is low because people are really feeling the pain of inflation and the high price of gas, and they're not able to even come out and buy some of the great products that we have here. I think that Senator long-term view, short analysis says that it actually will have on inflation, but when our innovators and people, fund people who are always vilified, you're taking risk out of the market. You're also going to do some price fixing on pharmaceuticals, which in the end is going to prevent us from having great cures for diseases. You're talking about $1 billion to the IRS, and they're certainly not going to be going after the wealthy members, wealthy earners in our society. They're going to be going after the rest of us. And it's always shown that when they increase IRS and IRS bureaucracy, it always involves and results in a negligible amount of increases. So I see long-term, and I say long-term beyond a year or two, we're going to see more devastating effects of inflation and even could be worse than what we're experiencing now because of the focus on climate and not the focus on energy independence and focusing on the fact that energy is the critical point in what's going to drive us to more prosperity and lower prices and lower the cost of goods.
We apologize, by the way, for some of the breakup. You are upstate New York.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right, because of the technical issues. But, the senator, though, says that, he's proud of the fossil fuel and energy issues in this bill, says it's going to reduce the budget by $300 billion. And he also says that this will reduce inflation. And let me play you a soundbite of President Biden defending this bill.
The best thing we can do right now is put our economy in a better position to make the transition to stable, steady growth for Congress to, steady, stable growth is for Congress to act. Both of these bills are going to help the economy continue to grow, bring down inflation, and make sure we aren't giving up on all the significant progress we made in the last year.
Well, you just heard it from the president's mouth. I mean, but you certainly have a different view.
Well, we just heard it from the president's teleprompter. That's what the talking points say, and that's what he was able to read. This is not going to reduce costs. This is not going to help. I am in an area of New York where it's agriculturally dominated. Our farmers are spending a fortune on fertilizer, on costs. New York State imposes even more costs. Spending more money and then punishing job creators is not going to result in the near term in less inflation and a more dynamic economy. What we're seeing is a recessionary contraction. We have a form of stagflation because our job participation rate is low, and also with this high inflation rate, and also with this recessionary signs that we're seeing. Obviously, we're in a recession, but the Democrats and the White House don't want to define it that way. But you can really see the impact in upstate New York and around the rural areas, which is why I don't understand why Senator Manchin is suddenly done a 180. There must be something in this bill that's got a real specific benefit to West Virginia for him to really accept this. We're hoping Senator Sinema is going to hold strong and understand how important this is. This could cause our economy to actually contract even more because we are punishing job creators and we're empowering more government, and more spending in government never leads to a more dynamic economy and more growth. And what we need now is growth. And that's something that President Biden inherited. And we don't have that right now.
He was, Senator Manchin, listening to all the interviews, he And it was interesting. He constantly referred to West Virginia in the interviews, as you said. And finally, what would you like to see? You were upstate New York, wonderful rural area, of course, so dependent on agriculture. People don't often think about that when they associate this state. What does Congress have to do right now? Can you do immediately to help our wallets?
Right now, we need to empower our energy producers. We need to come up with a significant change in the strategy in the White House. And we need to be energy independent, but we need to have an all-of-the-above strategy. Fossil fuels are part of our economy. Right now, 28% of our economy in the United States is still dependent on coal from Senator Manchin's state. If we would just have a common sense view and not rush us into an unsustainable position and actually an unreliable energy position, with going too green too fast, I think we could see a transition that would actually benefit the economy in the future. We need support now. We need lower gas prices, particularly diesel. When you look at not just the government costs, most of our military runs on diesel. Our farmers need diesel fuel. We also need fertilizer, which is what we're going to be getting from our natural resources. Making our economy run, especially in rural areas where believe it or not, agriculture is the #1 industry in the state of New York. When you think of New York City, you don't think of ag, but the rest of us are relying on our agriculture and our farmers.
Yeah, you're right about that. And finally, the last point, they haven't counted on Kirsten Sinema because she has a message for them. And since Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin negotiated this in secret, we're going to see what the senator from Arizona says. They may run into a buzzsaw with her, Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, upstate New York. We thank you so much for joining us.